Don't you
And we are live.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I have to reopen Twitch now since everything closed.
That should be a book rest. Book rest.
Okay. So to let everybody in chat in on the secret here, we're going to be changing things up a bit. As the situation that the group has gotten into is a bit dire, and the ability of a TPK is a bit high for comfortability's sake. So we're going to be pushing things a little forward here in the regards of creating new characters and moving the story forward just a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean 40 years in the future. That being said, I've given everybody the task of coming up with what happened to their character during this very harrowing and bloody battle, which led to the end of this adventure. With that said, I'm giving everybody time enough time to do this, as I sort of had this idea the last couple hours. So we're going to give everybody the ability to come up with a little bit of a story as to what happened to their characters. Did they die in the battle? Did they leave with wounds, or whatever may have happened to them in the ordeal? But yes, Azrin, it's a bit of a time skip, so this would be around 110 AC actually, because it's 60. It was 60 when we started.
It was 10 AC when we started Tricorn.
Was it 10?
It was 10, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it would be 50 AC. That's probably a good thing to
He's
know,
the
because
keeper of our calendars. I trust him completely.
yeah, I don't trust myself.
I've been keeping track of every single day that has passed,
which is awesome.
At least there's one of
insane.
us doing that, because I'm not doing that. I've got way too much data that I gotta look over.
That's fair.
But yeah, not to worry, because we are not leaving the general area of the Tricorn Isles. In fact, what is happening is something that would have been revealed in the second act of the campaign, where the first part to continue forward and everybody was successful on what they had set out to do. Actually, gonna turn those cards off because those aren't relevant anymore. But to give everybody sort of a, I'm going to turn YouTube down a bit so I don't deafen myself. To give everybody sort of a rundown of what has happened, starting from the end of this this battle that the group was a part of, and moving on forward. After the skirmish, those who attacked you had gained possession of those cubes that you had in your safekeeping, in order to prevent the summoning of the other elder siblings, and ultimately their father, which laid dormant in the center of the Tricorn Isles. With everything intact, those plans go off without a hitch. The temple in the center of the Tricorn sort of rises up, pushing the storm completely away, removing that all-encompassing barrier around the Tricorn Isles, and revealing multiple land masses in every direction around the Tricorn itself, almost making just these small 3 islands just a tiny part of a much larger archipelago. Though islands and larger land masses weren't the only thing revealed, there is also a series of floating islands as well.
Ooh.
That play home to its own kingdom of people. As the storm is pushed away, life is once again breathed into the cities and the towns and the peoples that were trapped inside this storm, almost in a time lock. As all of this is happening, a certain dragonborn starts gaining more power and influence amongst the peoples of the Tricorn Isles than their brother may have wanted her to. But using her vast influence and the ever-growing armada that was at her back, Cassius' sister, Avara Ravon, becomes the savior of the Tricorn. Her and her military power beating back the sleeping god in the temple, sealing them away once again, and ultimately leading to Avara's coronation as queen of the Tricorn, as the Ravon family now oversees all three islands, while Cassius is still the ever-traveling merchant prince extraordinaire. Queen Admiral Avara keeps things locked down back home. Tremere specifically becomes a military superpower as various towns and forts are founded along the edges. Though ruled with an iron militaristic fist, the people of the Tricorn seemingly come to love and respect their queen, as while the rules and regulations that she set may be harsh, they are for the best interest of the kingdom. And what's good for the kingdom is good for the people. With that said, the waters around the Tricorn itself become Ravon waters, patrolled with a never-sleeping fleet of battleships, keeping their borders and their seas safe from outside influence and pirate raids. The Crone's Cauldron, though, hasn't been seen since the storm was pushed back. Almost as if the cauldron itself had vanished. Though every now and then tales of a hag ship floating about in open waters, in free waters, it's passed along between sailors. Though at this point, that's all that they are, tales. As anybody who would be able to confirm them hasn't been found. Though, further out in one of the larger land masses outside the Rivon waters, beyond the former border of the storm, is the land of the Twin Vale. Twin islands separated by a small crevasse filled between them. A bit of a melting pot of society now. Those who did not wish to live under Rivon rule have set out to either establish their own settlements or find new homes. In the Twin Vale, that is something that many people have found to be a paradise. Though the Vale itself does not have any sort of ruling class, it seems to be a series of governments, sort of fractured and ruled by smaller magistrates, principalities. Just clusters of royal families grasping at land.
More like city-states?
More like city-states, exactly. Though being frozen in time for so long, there are bountiful wonders in the Vale. Ancient ruins, dragons abound. Ancient creatures that those in the Tricorn thought were either old wives' tales or extinct. Far to the sky, in a series of floating islands, are the people of the Cerulean Field. A collective of winged creatures, winged peoples, air elementals, Ganassi. Mostly anybody who has the ability of flight or the ability to control the winds lives up here. Much unlike the Twin Vale, this kingdom is ruled by a family of ancient dragonborn and is backed by a military of airships and drake riders. These people,
Are they sexy dragonborns?
I mean,
What do you think?
in our game, is there anything else?
Right?
Everyone's hot.
They are. I have a theory behind that. I think it's less about how they look, it's more about how Roger portrays them.
While the Twin Vale is more of a explorer's paradise, this is more the Cerulean Fields is more a paradise of knowledge. Numerous magical laboratories, alchemical stations, artificer colleges litter the Sky Kingdom. Though, due to their resources and what have you, they tend to look at those who dwell upon the land as sort of lower beings. Not to the point of outright hostility, but more of a pity. And a confusion as to why anybody would want to live upon the land when the clouds are so free. Now, there are numerous other islands out there, other kingdoms to explore, but these are the three major players at the moment, as only 40 years have passed and those who are trapped in the storm are still trying to catch up to modern day technology, magics, and information. With these three kingdoms now established and revealed, you have freedom of choice as to where you wish your characters to be from. Nothing is off the table this time, save for the Zolotians.
So which bird is Fox gonna be this time?
Right.
The one with the most feathers.
Of course. Do like some has-been hotel where you got like 3 pairs of wings, 6 that come out.
Biblically accurate bird.
And the feathers just get more numerous as I level up.
Typically accurate as
Oh.
ASMR.
Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to make a character that's very Jinx-esque, where it's like down with the system, down with the military system.
Tear it all down.
Yeah, pretty much. Like very like, I don't want to necessarily say anti-military, just who knows, maybe anti-organizations or something like that because of the crazy shit going on with your crazy sister.
I will say that while the Tricorn has a series of various islands, the Twin Vales are very heavily forested.
Oh. Oh god, don't give me options, Rojan.
Oh no,
I have
how
not-
dare I give you options?
So now how am I gonna narrow it down from my like 80 other character ideas?
I mean, you make the crack of, what bird Fox is going to play. My question is, what Eladrin are you playing this time?
Okay, you know what?
Fair.
Which elf variant am I gonna be this time?
Yep.
That only covers half the races in all the books.
I know, right? I like pointed ears, what can I say?
This whole scenario is very on brand for Avara because, like, Cassius's big defining moment was that he helped to stop a god, and Avara comes along and she's like, I just stopped 4. Get good.
I just stopped 4 and I'm a queen.
I have a question though. At this point in the timeline, has Cassius ascended at this point?
Well, he never really ascended. He just got powerful enough that he was able to share some of that power with your backup character from No Way Out.
Gotcha, okay.
Much in the same way that like a really powerful ancient dragon would be able to share their power with a lesser subject.
Right. Okay, so I guess tweaking that question a little bit, is he full like void dragon at this point?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
he isn't void dragon all the time. He does prefer to take
Wow.
the form of a dragonborn when he's
Right.
walking around. But yeah, inside he
Okay.
is full void dragon.
Okay, I'm just thinking for potential ideas.
So will this adventure also put our characters on the high seas then? Or on the sea? Or
Sea travel is still on the table, though it's no longer technically a required focus, as there is now definitely more landmass and areas to explore,
Mhm.
which is something I realized after we started wasn't necessarily an option for all of you with how small the Tricorn was. You had three established major city states, and that was it.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe the sea travel will be like comparable to how it was in say Critical Role, their campaign too, where they had
Yeah.
a boat and they did a fair bit of sea travel,
Mhm.
but that was just their method of going from one landmass to another.
It wasn't exactly the focus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had a boat.
So the
on a different
characters
season.
would not be built around their capabilities on a ship.
No, not
in
at
the
all.
same way. Okay. So we wouldn't be looking to, have those like a shipwright or a navigator or anything like that.
No. One of the things I learned from the first session is any defining roles for a ship crew, captain and all that, should probably be NPC'd.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it doesn't cause drama between the characters. But if your character wishes to know navigation or whatnot, navigation also applies to land.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
It's just called wayfinding.
Yeah, but there was I believe Pearl had an ability, or one of her characteristics was that she could always get safe passage from A to B on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't mean that's
Which-
not a good thing to have now, but it also that's gonna have to be something we have.
Yeah. Oh,
And in
that
fact,
is
we
all. Thank you for mentioning Pearl. That was one thing I forgot to mention. Avara is also now in control of the Gold Spar Metalworks. She purchased that from Pearl's half brother, and has turned the Metalworks into pretty much the defining cornerstone of her military might, as they are able to shape metal and everything to build cannons and firearms and weaponry.
Do we know what the fate of Gullivar Goldspar was?
I haven't determined that.
Okay. All right.
So 40 years in the future, who knows?
Okay, I will have several questions for you then that will help me plan out what my character's end story will be.
Oh, I could bring in my circle of bats druid, maybe.
I am the bat.
I am the knight.
These characters, when we get around to actually building them, what level are we starting at?
Level 3.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Less terrifying.
That's terrifying. You're not little baby adventurers.
Little less terrifying.
And you have 12 hit points. Use them wisely.
I
Wizard, you have 6.
forgot what Circle of Bats does.
Summons bats.
Oh shit! Not just that though.
A Lepak circle of bats cleric
Oh,
or druid.
God. Yeah, this is a Circle of Bats. Yeah. Basically, for those of you who don't know, it was kind of like a small project I did a while back where this was years ago. One of my first Pathfinder games I ever played was it was like I don't know if it was exactly druid. I think it was a shaman, like a bat shaman. And a good chunk of the abilities were good. Obviously had to convert it to make it make sense for D&D system. So it was inspired by, I should say, it's not a direct copy, but it was inspired by the bat shaman from Pathfinder. And I remember it was really fun to do.
So the cities that were destroyed in our present here, they basically all would now be populated and recovering. Is
Yep.
that?
That is correct.
What in terms of like their say their wealth or what they're like? Are they doing well? Are they nice places? Are they kind of still more like a?
They are all in service to the Ravon Kingdom. If you are a metalworking guild, if you are a mining guild, anything in that sense, your service is to the kingdom.
Okay, but like the say your average person or average individual, what would would this be a good life, or would this be pretty much day-to-day existence?
It's a safe life.
A safe life.
It is a safe life. Anybody within the Ravon Kingdom, once they come of age, is required to serve 5 years military service.
Oh.
Good to know. I know while Rojan was talking about everything, my mind went to a wizard whose focus is researching the animals thought to be extinct that we can now find in the world. Like, these used to be extinct, we need to know more about them.
A magical zoologist.
Yeah.
Newt Scamander.
I love
Magical
Newt.
Commander.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought of,
just-
but it's one of many ideas racking around my head.
I'm looking through like some characters I have created in the past that are ideas, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, always is.
That does not narrow it down.
What about a thief, like the idea of a thieves guild, or like where would the status be?
The
of something
thieves,
like that.
the thieves guilds or anything of that sense in the Ravon Kingdom are non-existent. They are like, when the kingdom was established, they were thoroughly exterminated, and anytime one starts spinning up again, they are just wiped right out. Like the Ravon military and Avara have make sure that the only power in control of the city is Avara.
So you'd have to be from like the Vale, the Twin Vale.
Like the Twin Vale, or up in the Cerulean Empire would be like the two places that would have some sort of thieves guild. But any sort of thieves guild like in the Tricorn is not a thing. Like there is no thieves guild. They're like, and while they are like rough and they are militaristic, they try to make sure that there's nobody falling on hard times.
Okay. So like if you were to go into your average, say, tavern or something, would there still be like fight rings? Would there be gambling, dicing, that sort of thing?
As long as they have the permits.
Permit.
Well, and again, this is only in the Tricorn Isles. In the Twin Vale and stuff like that, just depends on where you go. But the Tricorn is very uniform. They understand that people need entertainment, but city needs a cut of the proceeds.
So would there be people still, quote, on the take as such, or no? Then not really.
In the Tricorn?
Yeah.
Some officers or some lower class military at the time may try to get a little ballsy and take bribes or whatnot, but it is very few and far between, because getting caught is pretty much a death sentence for not only the individual taking the bribe, but the individual giving the bribe.
Kill everyone involved, they'll never know it won't happen again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the Tricorn has gone from being like a pirate's paradise to being a place where they will shoot you on sight for being a pirate.
Okay, so what has happened then to the place where we were on our way to, that was like the sort of resort kind of thing?
Stormbreaker Landing.
Stormbreaker, yes, please.
Still the same place as it was, though just under now a set militaristic rule to where streets are policed and they make sure that everything is running as it should be, while trying not to try not to interrupt too much of the fun, because they understand that this is a place of rest and relaxation, but they still won't take any obvious shenanigans.
Oh no, I'm looking at elf variants. Oh no.
I'm surprised you're not looking at the ferry.
Day ending in Y.
Look, I have a type. Ugh.
We know.
So
yeah,
the
this
ship
is
that-
difficult.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zara. The ship
no.
that we saw rising out, like where we ended, when the ship was coming up out of the water. What do we know what that was, or no?
I was about to ask, like, what exactly transpired during
So
as far
that
as, like-
ship belonged to the hag priestess that Sahara saw in Tidelight when the raid had happened.
Mm.
She had
Oh,
caught
it's
up
not
to
what I
you.
thought it was.
The ship
Okay.
itself was a mimic. She is in control
course.
of a dominated mimic ship.
Ugh.
While she did have a bit of demons under her control, they were in service of the demonic goddess that she worshipped.
Okay, so it wasn't connected to me.
No,
Okay,
it was just
that was my
Any
first thought. Was like, oh,
it was just
fuck.
somebody else had, really, evil looking demonic ship that could eat other ships at their disposal.
Doesn't mean that her PTSD was not triggered. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would fully expect, to be having, Jenka to be having Nom flashbacks when she saw that ship coming out from the sea.
Yep.
It's like nudging people
definitely
on purpose.
flashbacks.
Was this once again a cannonball problem? Is that what I'm hearing?
This
No,
was
this is a Shara problem.
No, this was a cannonball problem too. It was a
Oh.
cannonball
Yeah.
and it was an echo
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, as soon as you said it,
Because
service
Echo
15, I
was
like,
technically the
right.
avatar, was technically the
Right.
plague avatar of her goddess,
Right.
and she was
Yeah.
infatuated with Cannonball.
That's right.
When I say don't touch the goddamn artifact,
It wasn't
talking
from
about?
touching
You
the
touched
artifact. It's from when I came back from the orb. It
Yeah.
attached itself to my soul as I came back.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
I didn't touch nothing.
She
Damn
was
it.
pretty much carrying an essence of a goddess inside of her.
Yeah. I didn't know it, so I couldn't tell you guys that, but
Yeah.
I guess I
I'm
could
gonna
tell you
say
what would
this.
what would happen if you did it, if like the 3 stages went through you.
Mhm.
You would have ceased to exist and she would have been brought to the physical plane.
yeah.
Oh, interesting. So, Till, you were saying, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. What's your concept?
I'm still ironing out the details because you know me, I like to map my stuff through and through.
Of course.
And I'm still not 100% sure how I'm gonna fit it into the setting, which is gonna require some more talking with Rojan here. But I'm thinking we're finally gonna bring in the Rune Knight.
Okay.
And I'm thinking we might make him a Druagar.
The cursed underground dwarfs, right?
Yeah,
Well, they're all
the
underground. That's stupid. But like the
The Grey
the
Dwarfs.
Underdark.
The
The Grey
equivalent
Dwarfs.
of dark, yeah, the equivalent of
Yeah.
Dark Iron Dwarves, yeah.
Right. Cursed darkspawn dwarf.
I don't
Yeah.
think we've had a player play as that race yet.
Oh,
No,
We have a
we
distinct
haven't.
lack of dwarves most days of the week.
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
for everything.
That's true.
Like we have a lack of dwarves and
I've done dwarves.
halflings.
Hmm.
Hey, I do halflings.
You know what? I
Okay.
actually
Yes, but like they're not like normally
Not
in the
campaigns,
games.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like one shots and stuff, here's a dwarf, here's a halfling. But
That's
once the
true.
campaign comes around,
We want our elves, goddammit.
Well, I was
Something else.
considering taking my dwarf into the Pathfinder game rather than the half elf, but I was afraid she was always going to be getting shot out of cannons. Just saying.
Embrace
I'm-
cannon shooting.
This is
I technically had I was playing in a real life campaign, a little mini campaign that I could potentially bring her in at some point, but she was a gnome bard.
Gnomes are always amazing in a correct
Gnome
voice.
could be fun, yeah. So I don't know if I'll do gnome in this one. I'm all over the place right now with ideas. I'm very all over the place. I have no idea. Although one idea I was thinking of, because I thought it'd be fun to be somewhere from the islands, because my brain instantly went to Avatar, and I was like, ooh, from the sky. But one idea I was thinking of, and I would have to port it over, going off a race I loved in Pathfinder. I've been talking about it a lot when I myself am not a fan of Pathfinder, but one of the first games I played,
You're crushing
Strix.
Azerin.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry. A Strix, which are basically, they remind me of harpies in a way,
Mhm.
because they have bird feet. But they're completely humanoid otherwise. I mean, they have the long pointy ears and stuff like that. They have bird-like feet and they have wings that sprout from their back. They're basically the like the Underdark elves. They're the dark elves of the sky. As far as like their complexion, they're usually like black or gray skins. Usually have white
they're
hair.
winged drow with
They're
bird
winged
feet.
drow,
With bird
basically.
feet.
They're basically, yeah. Because I thought that could be interesting for something different for it that would make sense, that would be from the sky, but be able to travel freely between the different floating islands by just flying, or I'm sure there's airships and other things as well. But again, I'm all over the place with ideas, but that was one I was thinking of being a Strix.
Okay.
And trying to port that over, so then I could be I make fun of Fox, and here I am getting ready to make a winged
Now
character.
who's the bird?
I only have the bird wings and feet.
That's how it starts.
It's how it starts.
You get wings and it just goes from there.
Yeah, right. Which is funny because traditionally they're a very broody race, but I think porting it over, I'll give a little bit more versatility to their race. But yeah, that's one idea. No idea class or anything, but potential race idea.
So 2 questions about character creation. The first is, do these characters, like our previous ones, have to have sort of something that they are in mortal fear of?
I always like, having people have some sort of fear that I can take
Okay,
advantage of.
fair enough. All right.
I'm gonna say this, I'm not locking the character behind that fear though, because I think that's also one of the things that kind of very much limited us last campaign. So I'll give you some weaknesses and stuff, but I'm not gonna completely polarize my character around that fear.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, say, a fear. It could have
Mhm.
been just like a traumatic experience from your past that can be revisited.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
like trauma? I got trauma for you.
Yeah, well,
I like
you,
traumatized characters.
you saw how hard Cannonball was noping about anything that had to do with witchcraft, and again, that kind of one-dimensionalized, I think, the character.
I didn't blame him.
No, but you understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
in the sense of just to have
Yeah,
a little bit more
you-
fluidity when it comes to playing with other characters.
You get to sort of, you're singing one note because you've got this thing that limits your actions too much.
Trauma?
Right.
I know nothing about trauma in characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Gee. How's that going, Tyrus? Yes.
Not
moving
well.
And the other question, if a person, or if you wanted to be, or if I wanted to choose a halfling, which I had actually thought of earlier before we started this evening, where would they be from? Would they have options as to where they could
That
originate?
would be up to you. Though if you're gonna be going the route that you were talking to me about in Discord,
Are we at
Well,
work
that's
now?
an old-fashioned phrase, sir.
Yeah.
they most definitely would not be from the Tricorn.
Yeah,
They would
that was
be-
kind of what I was trying to zero in on is where could they fit reasonably, and
Yeah.
with
Anywhere
that,
but the
with that
Tricorn.
sort of. Okay, so they could be from that crevasse place then.
But the Twin Veil, most definitely.
Twin Veil, okay.
Twin Veil is more like more like the Free States. Every town has its own rules. Every town has its own ruler. And the rows are full of bandits.
And Vale is spelled V-A-L-E?
Vale, yes. I don't ban Drow. Drow just don't exist in this world.
That's why I was like, banned.
Drow
Unless
don't
I'm
exist in
just
this
a regular
world.
elf with very dark skin.
Technically, because Drow don't exist because there's no Underdark.
Yeah,
Hey, look, I'm just
So-
gonna say,
we're drought.
planeswalking has been made canon by wizards. Do with that as you will.
Listen, I don't listen to a damn thing Wizard says anymore.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, planeswalking is
They-
a thing.
Their lore changes with the wind.
That's why they're more like guidelines than actual rules, because DMs can do whatever the fuck they want.
Look, it says at the beginning of the DM's guide, do what you want.
Yep, exactly.
So did I'm sorry, I was paying attention, but did you say there were or there weren't airships, or would we be
No,
aware of them? or-
Oh no, everybody would be aware of the airships.
Okay, so there are
Um,
airships. Okay.
It's one of the means as to how the people in the Cerulean Kingdom are able to grace the land dwellers with their presence.
Would travel on an airship be affordable for the average person? Average individual? I'm sorry, there.
Depends on your lifestyle. Because getting up and down from the if you're going up to like the cloud, like up into the Cloud Kingdom, and you are not a resident there, it is heavily taxed to get up there. Because you're already technically a lesser being in their eyes. You are one of the non-enlightened trying to set foot on an enlightened land.
Okay, but let's say a person was from the Twin Vales. How would they travel around in? That would just be by regular ship?
It depends on where they're going. If you're going going in between, like, say, the Vale and like one of like the other islands or the Tricorn or anything that's technically down on the earth, it'd be by ship.
By ship, okay.
The only time you actually see airships in the air is when something is leaving port to go to the Cerulean Kingdom.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. And if a person was from the Twin Vales, would it be possible for them to go into the main islands, or would that be problematical?
As long as you obey,
Passports
as long as you obey the law, they don't care.
They don't care. All right, so it's not like closed to
No. The only thing that they technically close it to is piracy and
Okay.
hags. Everybody else is welcome as long as they, play by the rules.
Hence my Jeeps-inspired character.
And if you break the rules, then, even if you're a civilian, you're brought before a militaristic court.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Just don't get caught.
Just don't get caught.
So as a bit of a change of pace, I actually know exactly what I'm playing, both race and class.
Oh.
I'm going to be Dragonborn, a Sapphire Dragonborn.
Oh.
Do they have
And-
feathers? I'm sorry.
No feathers. No feathers, but I will
Say that to the
have
giant size.
to draw like semi-translucent bits, which terrifies me because that's real difficult.
That is your
I
trek of artistic.
Yeah. I'm just, you know what? They're just gonna be covered in like a cloak and stuff. You're just gonna see a little nose poking out. That's all. Yeah. So I'm gonna be a sapphire dragonborn sorcerer. I
Okay.
haven't settled on the subclass yet, but I am
Draconic
leaning.
bloodline.
I am leaning towards lunar sorcerer.
Ooh,
Mm,
the moon.
that's the one from is that the new one from Wildmount or
I don't know.
okay, maybe that's the cleric class I'm thinking
Lunar
of. They came out
sorcerer?
with like a moon. They came out with like a
Because-
moonlight or moon something class.
D&D Beyond likes to tell you that the subclass exists, but they don't like to tell you what book it comes from.
It actually lunar sorcery. Give me a second. I can actually be able to tell you. It's from Dragonlance.
That makes sense.
Yep.
That makes
Okay,
sense,
so it's
seeing
not
as
the
how
one I'm
there are
thinking
3
of.
freaking moons.
And what is the current relationship or the current state of the veil, like the bunny Muir sort of fell through
Fae.
from the Fey Wilds
How are the Feywilds
onto
doing these
the other
days?
plane. What is the relationship now between this plane and the Fey world? Is it still thin?
Let's put it this way. Avara has put a moratorium on the Fae coming in through Fae portals into the Tricorn. They are pretty much, now heavily patrolled, the ones that are known. And the moment a Fae comes through, they're pretty much forcefully told to go back. Now, in the Vale, that's the complete opposite thing. It is a heavily forest area, and it is rife with Fae nonsense.
Okay.
Random pixie flies into one tree and out the other.
Yep.
How's the Veil doing here?
Eh.
It's Tuesday.
I mean,
There's a veil.
I mean, right now it's technically what you said, 50? So they've got like another 11 years before Yamato just decides to say, nope, closed. That's
All right.
exactly correct, Grudes. Where there is Fae, there is hags.
That's how we get Fae.
Because my original idea, and I wasn't sure it was going to work, but given where we're going, I had actually thought of the halfling, and I had thought of them as yet another druid, but I was thinking Circle of Dreams because of their relationship to the Fey world.
I mean, if you want
Nothing.
a Circle of Dreams, connection to Feywild definitely could be a thing if you're from the Vale.
From the Vale, so that would all kind of
Because
fall
like I
into
said,
place.
like the Fey nonsense in the Vale is turned up to 11.
not that I sort of wanted to be a one trick only play druids or anything, but I
Some of
was
us
thinking as
resemble
we
that
moved through the
remark.
story that perhaps I had chosen poorly for the Circle for Pearl, that Circle of Dreams druid might have been more appropriate.
Circle of Dreams is a lot of fun. That's what Cassius was when he was still a druid, and I had a lot of fun with that subclass.
But it would be a fit.
You and your
It
druid
makes
classes.
for a nice.
Druids are OP.
Well,
Oh no, I know
Druids
that.
are
it's
like
just
one
funny.
of the strongest
We all have a
classes in the
type.
game.
The
I
other
love it.
problem is there's like 100 and some freaking druid subclasses. It feels like most days.
So
It's
many
like,
circles,
is
it's
there-
an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm gonna play a
A
druid.
spirograph,
okay?
I'm sorry. So many circles, it's a spirograph.
But I when I started to think about it, I was thinking about the halfling luck, and that then I was going down the path of, well, it might be fun to do something where the luck is put to good use with sleight of hand or some of those skills, depending upon what people have. But then,
You can also get that as a feat though, as well.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
luck feat.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did that with not to compare campaigns, but I did that with Gwen, and I thought, oh, lockpicking would be good because nobody in the group has that. But then we have Shathra, and she has her own method of lockpicking.
Axe to door. Works.
So I
Every
mean,
time.
I
yeah,
can't say a
well,
damn
actually,
thing.
it doesn't every time. That's
Look,
the thing.
You need one of two things in a group in order to get through a locked door. Either a nimble-handed rogue that has a nice set of lockpicks, or a very broad barbarian who's just going to go through the door.
Fair enough.
Nope. We had a campaign with a paladin that did that with a tower shield.
There
Oh,
you
look,
go.
Door.
I use my door on that
Oh.
door.
Yeah, I opened this door with my door.
I'd have to double check too, because I'm pretty sure they can be with or without wings. Much like Erd kobolds, where majority of the time they don't have wings, but they can have wings.
Mhm.
There is a race in the Griffin Saddlebag, the first book, called Featherin. You're basically a griffin. So you have a cat lower half, a bird upper half. And you can choose to have wings or not, and that could be part of the race that's in the sky. And I totally forgot about that because I was looking up different subclasses and stuff like that, and I forgot that's a thing. They're called Featherin, and it's the lower body of a cat and the upper body of a bird. And you can mix and match. It doesn't have to be traditional eagle and lion. You could do panther and falcon. You can
House
tell
cat
you
and
can get
parrot.
crazy and do
House cat
I
and
was gonna say
sparrow.
house cat and hummingbird, but this works too.
Not sharing an in room with you. Just putting that out there.
But I forgot that could be a potential race.
Mhm.
I guess this is more geared towards you, Rojan, and anyone else who may think if they want to do some sort of sky race. Not that you have to have wings to be in the sky, but could be a fun potential idea from Griffin Saddlebag.
But if I did do the druid, that does give us a bit of a healing if that frees people up or influences their choices in any way.
Healing. We don't do healers around here.
I'm not gonna lie, I have been looking at cleric. My favorite.
So I know.
Well, actually, as long as
I don't do
Zorro,
healing
we have
either, so-
Zorro, she'll hoard healing potions regardless.
Oh.
It'll be fine. It'll all be good.
Yeah.
Speaking of potions.
That's just a me thing.
Speaking of potions.
No, Rojan, why?
Zorro.
I feel personally attacked.
You have another to
What?
collect now. Now that we are using spell points instead of spell slots, mana potions are on the table.
Ooh. Yeah, she's gonna hoard the shit out of those too.
You can drink mana potions to restore spell points in order to continue casting spells throughout the day.
Zoro's character is going to be like that kid refilling a Slurpee cup, going down the line and grabbing every variety.
I was that kid growing up.
Yeah, I know.
Why
now you
does
can
that
do it
not
with
surprise
potions.
Trojan,
Huh.
why are you making me play a spellcaster now? You know I'm gonna mess with that.
I thought I was
Look.
going to be personally attacked by Rojan.
No,
only
look,
to be
all of you,
inspired.
all you guys had throughout like all of these campaigns were just bottles of Code Red. Now you got some Baja Blast.
I was going to say,
I
what
mean-
color are the mana potions, though, Rojan?
Blue, of course.
Blue, obviously.
Various varieties of blue depending on who makes them.
So the one you
Someone
find
actually-
that's
I
purple,
want the
we have a
turquoise one.
problem.
Just saying.
She got better, okay?
Did she?
Oh, Azrin's asking when we decided about spell points.
Tonight.
Yeah, you didn't miss a conversation,
5 minutes
Azrin.
before we went live.
5
Yep.
minutes
Stop
before
for
I
a
hit that
coffee,
live
Azrin,
button.
and you miss it.
That's what we get for not being with us before we all left. Just kidding. Oh,
done.
if
I
we're
know
having a bunch
I'm-
of spellcasters, though, I feel like I should play something else.
You
a
know
little
what?
bit ahead of the group. I do have stat rolls already for you, Roach.
Oh,
I don't even have a freaking class.
You know what, Roshan? I just realized there's a very fun level 4 spell, feat I could pick up at level 4, regardless of what class I get as a spell. If I do go spellcaster in Kobold Press, that very much matches the spirit of what you're doing right now. Have you heard of Draconic rune casting?
yes.
Good boy.
I might pick up some Draconic rune casting. You're
Oh,
going to
I
be using
have
that.
that on.
If you're going to be using that system, I might very much pick up some Draconic rune casting.
Well,
I use
look that up,
Cobalt
though.
Press magic.
I am reading it right now.
I'm
It
just
is a
saying
bit
because
complicated.
all rune magic doesn't matter if it's like lit rune magic, draconic rune magic, hieroglyphic rune magic. There's a lot of prerequisites you have to do before you can actually use it. So
lot of
I would
prep.
double check that just in case.
No,
It's
you just
usually
need,
2 feats usually.
for Draconic rune casting prerequisite the ability to cast at least one spell. That's
Oh
it.
shit.
And you have to have some sort of draconic bloodline or draconic connection.
Not as per what's written in here.
Well,
More double check that because
I mean,
I
unless
think in deep
look, I
magic,
have
I
it
think
opened in front of me.
Oh,
page
yeah, I was looking at
page
deep
183. Unless
Oh,
Roshan
no, not
says
deep
to do
magic. I was
so.
looking in Cobalt Press because
But-
I have that on my season 3 character.
Page 183
Yes,
of Song of
magic,
Heroes.
deep
I have it right in front of me.
While they're going through that, Fox, what are your stats?
I rolled a 10, a 13, an 18, 15, 16, and 8.
You're good.
No. Hilt is right. It says
Sorry, what
the
page
ability to cast one spell.
183.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, like I said, exactly what I
right
said.
Oh,
there.
I must be thinking
Well,
of
again,
deep magic
usually
has
rune
dragon
magic-
stuff in it too, so I was.
Yeah.
I had it
Looking at that.
open right in front of me when I was reading it.
I'm sitting here
That's why I'm
like
saying
in the book
check.
at the moment going,
Same here, like it's right there.
it's my go-to spot for what class am I playing at the moment.
Right?
I have to limit myself to one like eccentrically angry character per round of campaigns.
Oh,
I don't know.
First it was
I don't know.
Tears, now it's our new character.
well, it sounds like we have some people going spellcaster, so I might go non-spellcaster.
All spellcasters.
Oh no, I might still be doing a runic knight. It's the
We're
Druidguard.
all spellcasters.
Because the Druidguard does get to cast one spell.
It does.
We
And so-
just are all spellcasters. We all learn counterspell.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
And
The hell
Spend
we
the
all
you
entire,
cast
are.
and spend the entire game preventing me to use it large. Yes.
It's like enemy gets
We
ready,
know what's happening.
enemy gets ready to cast a spell, and everybody reaches for the Uno reverse card.
right.
Like the hell you're
Circling back to
casting.
wizard. That's my problem, though. I feel like this is a great opportunity to play an Order of Scribes the Wizard.
Would you be your
Yes.
white tiger?
Yes,
What's
Tabaxi.
the cat folk called? Tabaxi. There we go.
Yes.
There is I'm gonna double check the stats. There is an alternate cat race. And they're
It's from the
somewhat
Magic the
newer.
Gather. It's from the Magic the Gathering one. It's the lion people.
No, not that one. It's not
Oh,
that
okay.
one. It's from Kobold Press released it, I think, last year. Not
What?
Tomb of Beasts. It would
Wait,
maybe is
did
that
it-
from their desert campaign?
is that
their
a,
desert?
is that a Rakasha?
No, there's two varieties of cat folks in the Midgard hero, Tome of Heroes.
Oh.
There is the Malkin and the Pantheron. The
Southlands.
Malkin, are where are they? Yeah, they're like 3 to 4 feet tall and 50 pounds, whereas the Pantheron are basically no, Hold on, I'm reversing.
Oh, they're
this.
straight up called cat folk. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, they're cat folk, and then they split them into 2 varieties in Tome of Heroes.
Okay, yeah, because they released it in the Southlands.
Yeah,
book.
sorry. The one are like human size, and the other are dwarf size. So you get human size cat, and then you get dwarf cat.
See, I want human-sized cat because
And it
tiger. If I'm going
Yeah.
cat folk, it's going to be a tiger.
looks
They are my favorite.
You could literally be any cat. Yeah, there is.
Yep.
Specifically a white tiger.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah, there's the Bastetti catfolk. And the Kosi catfolk.
Oh god. So there's 4 versions, plus the 5th version, which were originally okay till age ago.
Yeah.
Lots of catfolk. Lots of cats.
Yeah, you want to play a cat? We have varieties of cat around here.
So you can still
We do.
be your white tiger. It's just a matter of some of them have different racial traits that you probably have to go through.
Listen, you can basically be something the size of a palico with a hat twice its size, okay?
That's true.
Was this Tome of Heroes or was this is Cold Press?
The catfolk one?
Yeah.
The one I'm looking at is from their Southland book.
Yeah.
I
I
can't
don't
remember
have
if
that
I shared that or
downloaded, but
not.
you did share it. I have it.
I did share it. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's in. So they came out with 2. There's the player's guide and the world book. It's in the player's guide.
You just gotta excuse me a second. I gotta go grab Benadryl. This is all coming back. My eyes are starting to swell up again, so it's hard
You're all
to see
good.
the screen.
Oh no, girl.
Hmm. Oh.
You want to play a Beauregard race? You can't play a Beauregard race. Beauregard's just a flat out dog.
Sorry, we don't sub race dogs normally. Cats, we've got tons of. Dogs, yeah.
No.
Isn't
'Cause
that
there's-
some
there's
sort of
only-
discrimination?
No, there's only one setting of dog, and that's good boy. Cats are assholes.
Yeah.
100%.
White cats are fun.
No.
Are you gonna be an asshole cat or are you gonna be a nice cat? Depends on my mood.
Are you a good kitty or a bad kitty?
I am all the kitty.
Listen,
I have no
I'm
soul.
sure if someone came up and said, "I want to play a corgi the size of a dwarf," we'd
I would
find
watch
a
you
way.
walk away all the time because they're so cute with their little butt wiggle when they walk.
They are.
They're like, "Are you checking out his character?" No, it's just adorable. I just want to give scritches.
Just a little tail going back and forth constantly.
Especially when they hop up the stairs, they're just like all one loaf of bread.
There actually is one book I've got that has a whole pile of the dog races in it, and one of their examples is something that looks like a paladin. And I'm like, why am I not shocked?
So in our world, what do we have sub races of halflings?
How many do you want?
Oh,
I
What-
think
what-
there is some. Even in Deep Magic, I think there's a couple of them.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
We don't
Uh,
need that at this point, though. That's homework, right?
wait, you said gnome or halfling?
A halfling.
Halfling.
There's
Winter folk, river folk.
Ghostwise
urban.
Halfling. There's Ghostwise Halfling, Hospitality Halfling. That's part of a certain thing. Lotuston Halfling, which sounds very fey. Yeah, that's very fey.
Oh, which one was that, Zoro?
It's called the Lotus, or is it? Oh, Stout Halfling. Lotuston Halfling. It's actually, I don't know if I bought it without realizing it or what, but it's in D&D Beyond. But yeah, it's a
Okay.
Lotuston
D-
Halfling. I will
D&D
actually screenshot it for you.
Oh, thank you.
And then
So
just
which
out
book
of
is it from? A book? Do you have a book reference?
I can look that up real quick, actually. Yes.
And then from the book I'm holding, you've got Hinterfolk, Riverfolk, Urban, Winterfolk, and that's it for here.
And how are you spelling that?
Lotuston?
Mm.
It's the
Yeah.
like the flower lotus and then
Uh-huh.
DEN.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Tabaxi. It's easier. I can load on D&D on that way, and it's
Cat.
I don't really have a preference between the stuff. But it also means I already have her name. Alright, so I got most. So yeah, I'm totally going Order Scribe Wizard.
Oh, it's from Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. That's why.
Oh, okay.
This one. You
Why? Why is the default setting white?
because it can.
My freaking
So
eyeballs.
you still get the other ones, like you still get the lucky, the brave, and the nimble. And then on top of that, you get Children of the Woods and Timberwalk. It's very druidic. They're like forest halflings.
Okay, and the I'm sorry, the Twin Vales are heavily forested.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Okay.
A vast majority of the landmass is covered by forest.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very. It sounds like their description. They're very druidic as far as like they live in the forest. They're like kind of one with nature. Yeah.
Just a show of hands, how many people are here are playing spellcasters?
Do hybrids count?
Direct spellcasters.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna say because I might do. It might be on the table. The what's that one fighting class? The Echo.
The Echo Knight?
Echo Knight?
Tonight,
Yeah, Echo Knight. Maybe. Either way, I'm probably gonna go melee.
also going melee, but we're gonna do a funny. This is gonna be good. And Rojin, you know when I say it's gonna be good.
Real trick.
Alright, I
You're
rolled
not
my
going to enlarge
stats. My
every
dice
time.
type
You're going to
6.
shrink every
Fuck you at
time.
the end, though.
Okay. Just go ahead and read them off to me.
10, 12, 15, 15, 6,
Oh,
7.
oh,
Oh.
Yeah! Told you at the end, the dice went no.
I feel like we roll one of them. Jesus. That's,
Go ahead and re-roll those.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nasty.
The 6 and 7 just shot you in the knees.
It's like, and you're on track for a good character, and no.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm like, ooh, this is turning out nice. And it's like, fuck you.
I need...
Probably pull out my dice and.
Are we doing 4d6 keep 3? Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
4d6 keep
46 drop the lowest.
4d6 drop the lowest.
Yes.
Guess I'm gonna have to buy some more dice.
Oh no!
Gee, don't you
we
know
have to
somebody
buy
who
more
makes
dice.
dice, Fox? Just saying.
Yeah, but dice that I make hate me, so I don't use dice that I make.
There's also a rule about dipping into your own supply.
That too.
Oh shit!
Roll 4. Let's see.
I know you have
Enough
enough
D6.
D6s. Don't even try to lie to me.
Would this little box of them be a hint?
It looks empty to me.
Yeah, well. After last Saturday, I'm surprised it is.
Rosian,
Oh,
you're gonna want to nerf my stats.
probably.
These dice like me too, though.
Hit me.
Okay, no, they liked me too much. Correction.
What you got?
So far, yeah, no, you're nerfing this. We're absolutely nerfing this.
Just say
So,
them.
I'll say them for giggles, but we're nerfing this. 8, 12, right? 16, 17, 17, and 18.
16, 17, 17, 18.
Yeah, we're nerfing that.
Evie, stop eating my wire. My God. Stop.
Nope, that's the wrong set of dice.
Yeah, you're gonna re-roll those. That is way too high.
I was telling you.
You broke the ceiling for what is allowed for stat bonuses.
Right?
All right, ready to hear round 2?
Yeah, hit me,
Alright,
Gilly.
let's try this again.
14, 10, 13, 12, 5, 8.
What the hell is wrong with your character
Why
rolls
do your
tonight?
dice hate you?
Re-roll
New dice.
those. My
New
God.
dice.
Using dice.
Oh my god.
My God, re-roll
There-
those.
There's not anything above a 16. I have questions, concerns, and
I rolled pretty well, actually, considering how my last character was meh. So I wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Okay, I have mine ready, Rojan.
Okay.
I have 12, 17, 13, 14, 16, 12.
All right, you're good.
I'm gonna memento pause before I'll
Okay.
be right back.
And on my last character, it was nothing but like 12s and 10s.
Oh, no, I just did the exact opposite. It's swinging wildly one way
What
or
do,
the
you,
other.
what do you got, Tilt?
Both extremes in one set of rolls.
Let's go.
All right. We have a 14, an 8, an 18, a fucking 3.
You
I
have
managed,
Nyrix's stats.
I managed to roll 4 ones, all right?
That's what Nyrix did.
You got 2 more.
Yeah, a 10 and a 14. So 14,
Okay.
8.
Somebody who
3.
has access to the numbers here. What is a 3 negative? Even
It's
come
minus go
on.
die in a ditch.
It's you're not functioning, depending on what stat you put in.
Minus 4?
You either
It's
can't
minus
lift
4?
a pebble. Oh Jesus!
No,
fuck.
I don't think it's. Is it minus 4?
Let's say 8's gonna be a minus 1.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
a minus
Six is gonna be on
2,
two.
I think, isn't it?
A
Three, I
three?
think.
Every
no?
odd number.
Oh,
it's
3.
every
No,
odd
I'm
number.
going the wrong way. Sorry.
10 is a
One,
0.
two.
So 1, 2.
4 is
yeah,
minus 3, and 2 is gonna be minus 4. Okay, so yeah, it is minus 3.
Yep.
That's ouch. Nyrix had that.
Dice
I
are
was forced to
funny.
put my 2 points in it, so I had at least
Right. Yes.
minus.
Okay, so it's
Yeah, no,
minus
because I was
3.
I rolled 3.
Yep.
Ouch.
Give me a second here.
That's gonna be funny. I'm okay with it. I'll play around it. I don't mind.
Okay, so finally did
You
something
not
other than.
function?
Oh no, I might just put it in charisma and make this the ugliest bastard you've ever seen.
Ooh.
That's what
Yeah,
Eric
no,
said.
you can re-roll if you want.
Oh no, I'm okay with playing with this. I do not mind. Hell, I'll put it intelligent and be completely incapable of speech. Fuck it, let's go. I'm too dumb to talk.
I mean, like your baseline ability bonuses comes to a 4.
Yeah, re-roll it. Re-roll it.
Because like you have that
Function.
18, but that 8 and 3 completely negate that out.
Yeah, well, guess I rolled mid without wanting to roll mid, you know what I mean?
Re-roll the 3.
No, re-roll them all. You don't only re-roll the 3. You re-roll
Yeah.
them all.
All or nothing.
All or nothing.
I'm
Boy.
keeping all of these
Okay.
listed for giggles just to see
You
how
are
many times it's gonna
more than welcome to keep those because you are
Jesus
technically
Christ.
still in the positive.
I mean, again, I'll roll one last set and we'll see what happens, but this is still funny.
Okay.
Okay, I've got
Okay.
9 rolls. I don't know about this though.
Well,
All right, what do you got, Siva?
Scuffed already.
4,
I'm
Five.
sorry,
We
what?
like these low
4,
numbers.
5.
9,
You know.
13, 13, 14.
You
Yeah,
can't
you
function.
no, you're
die.
I have
re-rolling
your
those.
stats.
You're re-rolling
Holy
those.
shit.
Oh my god.
All right, third time's the charm.
That character didn't make it to level 3.
Yeah, that character is incapable
That
of
character
doing
didn't make it to age 3.
I
That's
stubbed my
like-
toe and I died.
That's like when I had Kiara Phoenix roll for Mel. She couldn't roll above a 10 to save her life. I don't think she could roll above a 7.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
kept telling her, I
Yeah.
said, I just told her, because she did it like 3-4 times. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, first of all, I'm the GM. Second of all, you can't function as a
You're
being.
you're an NPC.
I was like,
You're worse than
re-roll
an
until I
NPC.
tell you to stop. I was like, just
All
keep
right.
going, because
what,
this is ridiculous.
what do you got, Gilly?
12, 10,
12, 10,
14, 16,
15, 16.
12, and 15.
Nice. Better.
Yeah. I had
Yeah,
to like
you're good.
swap out dice as I
You're
went
good.
because one of the dice kept trying to roll, like, a few of the dice kept trying to roll really low. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna keep swapping until I stop seeing ones constantly.
Yeah.
Not
Holy
forget your pawn
crap.
the dice tray.
Took 3 tries.
Oh dear.
I'm out here trying to roll dice, and Naja's got her paw stuck in the dice
I
tray.
have a feeling you're
dice
gonna be
out.
too dumb to be a druid.
Just not be able to
Oh,
function.
man.
You'll have arms that can't lift up a pebble. You won't
Yeah,
be able to know
remember-
what a book is.
Remember that
What
you
are words?
still have you still have stat minimums that you need to meet in order to be certain classes.
I know.
And if everything's
Good.
below a 10, you just can't function.
What'd you get, Tilt?
So I rolled 2 more sets for giggles just to see what my dice would do to me, and my dice, after, saying no to what I rolled earlier, absolutely hate my guts. You ready? 9, 10, 10, 10, 11, and 15.
Oh.
Oof.
Perfect. This is Cannonball stats. This is just Cannonball stats coming back to haunt me,
Mhm.
where I had a 0 and everything. The other one is 7, 8, 9, 11, and then 13 and 14.
Jesus Christ.
Can I
That's
send you
no,
money
no,
for
no,
new
no,
dice?
stats today.
Oh my god.
Use the new set I gave you.
That's the one I'm using. And that's the one that rolled me 2 17s, an 18, a 16, a 12, and an 8 earlier. And obviously
Okay.
now they're
Is this
mad
the
at me
dark
for where
green
the
set?
rating is.
Is this the dark green set or the lime green set?
A little bit of both because there's only 3
Oh.
d6 in each.
Okay, this
Never
is
mind, there's 4
looking
d6s
a
in
bit
each.
better,
It's
but
the dark set.
All right, what do you got,
I don't
Siva?
know. All right, 13, 6, 10, 10, 16, 10.
Oh my god, what is with all these rolls?
Do I have to come over there?
With another set of dice. But you know, if I get to roll again, I'm not using these dice again. I'm done with these.
I'll let
I
you
roll- I
re-roll
don't
if you.
swapped out my
I'll let you
shotgun.
re-roll if you want.
Yeah, please.
This campaign is
happening?
cursed.
What's
No,
this-
the characters are cursed.
God.
Here we fucking go. Roden, I
Roll
just
for cannonball, Jesus Christ.
I can't roll mid.
What'd you get?
A minute, I'm like, there's 2 left.
You know what? I'm rolling yours for funsies.
All right.
I think it's semi-decent.
Yep, it's polar. It's again, they're bipolar. These dice are bipolar.
Okay.
9, 9, 10, 16, 16, 18.
9,
I
9,
can't-
10.
Swap your dice halfway through the
16.
roll.
Okay,
Like,
that's
use
not
one
bad.
dice and swap
You
the
said
other.
9, 9, 10, 16, 16, 18.
Correct. Or do
That's
we
not
just take
too
the one? Or do we just take the one with the 3? I do not mind taking the one with the 3 at this point.
That's fine. The 9, 9, 10, 16, 16, 18 is fine.
All right.
Thank God. Jesus
That's-
Christ.
I mean, that gives you 3 functional stats and
I'm not
Yeah.
complaining.
questionable other choices.
I mean, let's be real.
I mean, this is like me playing a wizard that had a 7 wisdom, okay? 20 int, 7 wisdom.
We love it.
You know, this didn't work the last 8 times you did. I know, but if I blow it up again, it might.
I just need to cast Fireball harder.
That was the
That's
cat
our
with
job.
Disintegrate, Rojan.
As I play the Pokemon subclass of wizards.
All right.
Got your Pokedex everywhere.
Who all needs still to?
Gotta catch them all.
I'm still rolling.
All right. I think it's just Siva
We
that
have
needs to
Raven.
roll.
Do we have ravens?
No, we don't.
Oh,
The first set we're not even talking about. Those
Okay.
dice are in jail now. 4 of the rolls were sub 10.
Oof.
Maybe it's the
and
weather
everyone's
here. do you think?
everyone's dice is just committing war crimes tonight.
Either
just
super
like,
high or super low.
God.
There is no middle ground. We do
Yeah,
not know the name of middle ground.
That's
I'm
Well,
just
there's no
like,
ground.
pathetic.
okay, you're done for the night. Enough for that. Moving on.
Okay, this isn't a whole lot better.
Okay.
I swear to God, you guys need to get out of that
7.
house.
7,
8,
8,
10,
10,
11,
11,
14,
14.
14.
See Rojan's
Not bad
face
on
like, God
HP.
damn it.
Make Zora roll 'em for you. That's what I do when I've rolled too many times. That's it, Zora, roll 'em.
Siva, you may keep these if you want, or you can re-roll because it is right on that borderline.
I'm rolling. This.
Okay. These, yeah, I don't get to keep those. I
Raven,
know
what'd-
I don't.
Raven, what'd you get?
16, 12, 17, 13, 14, 14.
Ooh.
Actually,
Nice.
that's not.
That's actually pretty
bad.
good.
Yeah, you might be able to keep them. It'll be close.
You get to keep those.
Nice.
That is not
Nice.
that is not above what the ceiling is. You can keep those.
Well, this looks promising. This is my 3rd set of dice, by the way, just so you know.
Keep
Don't-
rotating until someone loves you.
Well, I mean, you
Hmm.
know.
I mean, I spot
put-
mine out as I roll.
These dice right here are the culprits.
The tiny
Oh
ones.
my.
Those are the ones that just rolled the good stats.
Raven, I will tell you this: you are right on the breaking point.
I'm okay with that.
1 point higher, and I would have made you re-roll.
It gives
Oh,
me a
make-
lot of
make- Make
flexibility.
an awesome character. Well, you always do, but
Not every character gets to be the angry Frost Pally, okay?
Remember Ash's God rolls? I miss that.
Yeah, but Ash made up for those.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
Oh god.
oh, hey, I
I-
didn't get to keep these. This is
Questionable
the
calls
wrong-
was,
oh,
you know, one of Ash's mottos.
That's when we were still using roll 20 dice though
Mhm.
too. So
Yeah.
we have that live. We have video proof on YouTube and everything of her rolls, and it's like, damn.
And that's
I
one of the
still
reasons why we
remember-
don't use roll 20 for dice
roll
roll.
20 is either stupid high or stupid low.
Actually,
Azarin
though-
rolling HP.
One of my favorites in terms of stat rolling for the my dice aren't cooperating is you basically do a circle and do 10 rolls. Then you have to pick 6 adjoining numbers in any direction.
Oh.
That way it's like you can fuck yourself however you want, but here you go.
That's
This
interesting.
may work. I'm hoping. This looks like it would have possibilities for a druid. We'll see.
Okay.
What do you think?
That
Okay, 17, 15, 12, 6, 16, 12.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yep, you're good.
Yes.
We made it.
Well,
Times the
that's
charm.
nice because it gives me a chance to have a decent wisdom. And druids are wisdom casters, so that totally would work. For
Well,
me.
you don't have to use them in
I
order.
always-
That's sadistic.
Yeah.
No, I realize that.
I just feel
Alright.
like
I
if
do.
every character has at least 2 decent stats, I feel like the character could be functional and then build on top of that, if nothing else. That at least makes me happy every time I roll. If I have 2 decent stats, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
could
Well,
fuck
and I mean,
better.
there's a couple places where I could put the 6 and live with it. I think.
Int.
Ow.
Yeah. Oh god.
You see what? Did you see what I grabbed? I heard the oh god.
Cat?
Oh. No, that's not what I was. Yeah.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I had the wrong reaction.
Apples.
Oh no.
No, you may not make a con 6 character. No.
We have 3 pulls.
Look, if you make a con 6 character, you're me.
Look, I had to do that with Nurse.
my-
Nurse is rocking a 5 charisma right now.
My type 1 diabetes, that makes me instantly a 6 constitution.
Bruh.
I could see
think
though
that
going
was
the
so easy.
opposite of the way I was thinking of going a little earlier in the evening, and I could do something like put the 6 into Dex.
If you want to get hit a lot, because that negatively
you wanna
impacts your armor
yeah,
class.
they get hit with the.
Yeah.
That's ties to armor class, so that's a bad
Yeah.
choice.
So,
Least
And I
with-
don't want to put it. So it could go into strength or certainly
Strength,
not into
int,
con.
charisma.
Strength or int or charisma. So if I had a 6 int, that
Okay.
would.
that would impact
Yes.
any sort of like intelligence-based rolls you need. Doesn't necessarily mean your character is, verbally dumb like Bricks. You're just not very book smart.
Yeah, int is being able to
actually,
think on the
well,
spot.
the only
Wisdom
thing is that nature is based off of int, which is kind of.
Not for druids. Not for even Rogers and Games for druids.
No, for druids, nature's based off wisdom.
Nature's based off wisdom. Oh, okay.
That's a house rule that I have for specifically
Yeah.
for druids.
Okay. Yeah, that might just work. That might just work.
Because it's weird. That's like saying, hey, I'm a barbarian, I want to do an intimidation, and it's charisma.
Right?
And
Why
we
is
have,
it not strength?
we have several times used the optional rule of using different skills
Mhm.
for, or rather using different abilities for different skill checks. So
based on
what we have on the sheet isn't necessarily set in stone.
Yeah, it's like a fighter using charisma on intimidation when they're sitting there strangling a goblin with one hand, going, I don't need charisma.
Yeah, Azarin's saying here that he dumped
For your charisma.
So.
Yeah. So,
So-
it's we've tweaked a couple of house rules depending on class.
Because we have a special thing going on this week and up until and through tabletop weekend. All $100 extra life donations, which grant a deck of many things pull, is going across all games. Meaning this game here
Mhm.
has 3 pulls that they got to do. With that said, do I have any volunteers?
I'll do it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I knew. Okay, Gilly and Zorro.
Hesitantly.
Feeling lucky,
Azarin,
Phil?
we got $200 donations during Would Be Heroes, and we had 1 during Weewa.
Well, I'll pull a card if somebody's
All on
hesitant,
Saturday.
or roll a dice. I don't mind.
I mean, if you want to volunteer, that's fine. You save Fox from me choosing them.
I'll volunteer as a tribute. That's fine.
Please volunteer.
I'll
Well, you were
volunteer
at
as a
the
tribute.
Saturday,
Guys.
the one game where one of the donations was made, so that seems fitting
Yep.
somehow.
Weewa,
Definitely up to
once
him.
we come back to Weewa, we've got 2 other draws that we got to do.
That's true.
But
yeah,
Malls is safe from those draws because Malls had the draw on that Saturday. So.
that's true. Yeah.
We do have 2 more for Todor next week as well.
Yep. And then once we get back into Destiny Forge, we've got 3 as well. And Mass Effect. Raucus gets 6 wishes.
Swear to fuck.
Oh, Mass Effect.
But of course,
got
since they're
3, wow.
donations, of course it's the nicer deck as far
Well,
as
no,
like
they're
no
carrying
mystical
across
card.
all the games. So
Mhm.
every game is getting 3.
Every game gets 3.
Yep.
Oh, so does that include Withered Waste too then?
Withered
I don't know. That's up to your DM.
Oh no, that's different.
Wayward Wanderers.
Wayward
Wayward
Wanderers.
All right,
Wait,
so
Technically it would, yeah.
Gilly,
Yes.
give me a moment here. Oh no, I'm doing the full deck. That's right.
You are doing the full deck?
Doing the full deck.
That's what he said.
Save for 2 cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's the was it
We-
The Void.
insta kill card and
And the wish?
the soul
No,
going
no.
somewhere else
Pretty much
card.
the insta kill cards.
You put
Yeah.
the insta kill card in, and that way my character dies before I even get to use it.
I have a race
No,
plan
not
for
when
that.
it comes to extra life. 'cause
There
it's
are
supposed to
there
be
are
their
3
donations.
cards that are removed.
Yeah.
So how many cards in total?
I'm counting those now.
Oh, sorry.
21.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10,
That's what I want to say.
19 cards.
19
Ah,
cards.
19.
Alright, let's roll. We're going to do card 17.
Want me to count
third
from the
from
bottom or the top?
Yeah. We're gonna go from the top, so you can just go up 2 from the bottom. So it's the 3rd card from the bottom.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take that card out specifically for this one because it doesn't make any sense because we haven't started.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, out of curiosity, can I know what it was?
It was the Fool. Technically, the
Oh,
lose a
okay.
level card.
Oh.
Oh. I forgot that card existed.
So I could still do the 17th card if you want.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ooh. Okay. So this is the exact opposite.
Huh?
As you
What
draw
the fuck you leveling up?
the Jester card.
Aw.
Oh. Jeez.
I don't know what that one
Though-
does either.
The Jester card is technically the level up card.
Okay.
She's the druid.
But
Quick, I'm switching my class to druid. Just
No.
kidding.
I'm gonna hold on to this for a moment, Gil.
Okay, that's fine.
I may enact something here.
Oh, okay.
So we haven't started yet.
Just keep it in your head what you got.
Alright, I
Zora.
wrote it down.
There are 18 cards in the deck.
Okay. Ten from the bottom.
Ooh.
I'm aroused.
So, you have drawn the Rogue.
I don't remember what the rogue does.
That's when an NPC of my choice hates you and they become hostile towards you.
You know, if I go with my rebel character, that's
Keep that
on
in
par.
mind.
Okay. I want to put it on my new character sheet as a reminder to myself.
That's
Dope.
kind of a been there, done that, isn't it?
All right. 18 cards in the deck.
All right. That is a 16.
16. From the top?
You know what? Everybody's been going from the top. I'll go from the bottom. Give me card from the bottom.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. Said 16, right?
You got it.
Let me check if I read that right. So, you drew the flames, which means a powerful devil is pissed off at you and seeks your destruction.
How
Wow, guys.
What's
We
new?
did not do well.
Now-
We did not do well with these us.
Because of this drawing, I am going to need all of you to begin discussing
We can be disgusting.
how you came to meet, as you will be traveling together the moment the campaign starts,
Oh man.
as you were all initially hired on a job by a local merchant in one of the city states of the Vale. It was a simple job. Simply find this ancient ruin and secure one of the relics that was inside. Unfortunately, the relic had become destroyed while in a bit of a scuffle with another group of would-be adventurers. This relic was something to honor an outsider of some import, which then cursed you and the other party to earn this devil's ire. On top of that, because you were unable to retrieve the relic and deliver it back to the person who has hired you, you have a bit of a rival in this town now.
And which
But-
town was it again?
I'll give you a name once I flush out the
Mako?
areas. But
Oh, gotcha.
also because of this, for the scuffle and everything, everyone will gain a level from the Jester card.
Woo!
So instead of 3, you're at 4.
God.
You're welcome, guys.
I like it.
And then both me and Tilt over here with our negative cards.
Yup.
You're welcome too.
We pissed off a random devil in the process, apparently.
Look, I definitely want to do something
We're
to my
not even
levels. and since we
session
said
1
no
yet,
one-
and there's a
Look.
devil pissed off at you guys.
Look, all right. It's
What's
just,
wrong?
you know what? Mal is just canonically gonna follow the party and always harass the party no matter what campaign
Oh no
we're
no
in
no!
from
I
now
said
on.
I said a devil of some import. It's not Mal. Mal was a very low player on the rungs.
Oh, again.
Seriously.
That's entirely up to you, Rojan. I'm just saying, imagine how... I'm just having headcanon funnies right now of Mal just following us and harassing us every single campaign from now
Don't
on.
make me play that breed of ranger. It's like, what do you,
You know
want?
what I mean?
Devils and demons.
Can we backtrack slightly? I was taking notes. So the relic was destroyed, and it was to honor whom?
A influential outsider, a devil.
Whatever devil we pissed off is the one that was made for.
So we're all meeting on a job. Um, as now, do we also roll our 4 levels of hit points for you?
No, because this was a special thing. You guys will start off at. Oh no, yes, you will roll because you get max level HP at one, and then you have to roll the 3 other levels.
So we have to roll 3 levels.
Yep, 3 levels of HP. Also, because it's level 4.
2 levels. For you specifically.
Huh?
Do we all level up, or
You
is it just
all
the 3 of us
level up.
level up?
Everyone.
we all
all
leveled
level up.
Okay.
And we're all traveling together, all 6 of us.
Yes.
Okay, I've got something weird on my character sheet because I thought. Okay. As a druid, I would be rolling a d6, right?
D8.
D8.
D8 plus con. Okay.
Yeah. There's like
Right.
what, 3 classes that are D6?
Okay.
Something like that.
I'm
No, it's not even Warlock.
Three of
Warlock's
us
a
all?
I'm
D8.
one of them. Sorcerer is a D6.
Sorcerer
So
and
is the
Wizard, I
wizard.
think, are D6.
Mhm.
And the con, does the con get added to every level, including 1?
Yes.
Yep.
Now at level 4, you guys also have that ASI. So if you want to do the stat increase or take a feat, that's now open.
But do you want to hear the hit dice rolls, or?
Just go ahead and you can just go ahead and announce how many total HP your character has. That's
Okay,
information
and
that
then-
you're just gonna have to send to Zoro.
Yeah, because I haven't figured out feats and stuff yet. I need to sit down.
I don't
With a
even know what
book.
I'm doing. I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm rolling yet.
I need to look through the feats before I can give you my updated stats, Zoro.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
don't have to roll HP right now.
Okay, but we've got the
Oh,
information.
Although I'm tempted to just
Yeah.
plus my 2 odd number scores to get them even.
Yeah, you
Or-
That's what I
guys.
sometimes do starting off sometimes.
Resilience, one of them where you need the save.
Oh, that's fair. I probably need both these as saves.
Yeah, I would have to see too where the first feat comes in because I might do something to pop up my con by 1, and then that would affect all the rest of my rolls. So yeah.
Well,
Okay, good enough.
Rosa
As a
Artificer has a
druid.
D8.
You know, I could just be Blood Hunter.
as a druid, resilient
You and your blood
con is
hunters.
not a bad play, especially if you're trying to play with concentration spells.
Yes, yeah. I think I've done. I think I like the look of what I've got so far. Actually, it looks pretty decent. I'm going to be grumpy, but not easy to get along with or whatever.
Yeah. I just need to map out what feats I want to take on this character as it grows.
Now in terms of what
No,
we
I'm
would
also
have
working with
for
elements.
gear and such to start, what would how are you doing that, Rojan?
That is a very good question. So, my little level force, what I am going to need from you is your weapon of choice. If you want said weapon to be your +1 item, or you can
Oh.
take armor as a +1 item. One of those, like, these are just basic. They're not technically magical +1s, are simply masterworks unless they have an enchantment with them. So you can either have a +1 weapon or a +1 armor.
Does the weapon apply to like spellcasting focuses?
If your focus is a weapon. Or are you asking if like it would give a +1 bonus to like spellcasting power?
Yeah.
No, it would not.
Okay.
Those are very specific magic items.
Okay.
I apparently like to make things complicated. What if you don't use weapons or armor?
That was
Oh,
my
right.
next question.
Same
Sorcerer,
problem.
right. Right.
+1 ring.
Okay.
I
It just goes
That's actually really good.
it just goes right to, you know, just a +1 ring of resistance. You could just get a +1.
I'll take it.
That's
might
actually really good.
I
Why
might
not?
have my +1 be put on a shield if that's okay with you, Rojan.
That's most certainly fine.
So, Rojan, I'll have to get together with you for layout themes.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a little less oceany. Is it still going to be called Tricorn Isles?
I think we can either stick with Tricorn Isles or we can start calling it probably the Tricorn Archipelago, seeing as how but that's like a mouthful.
We could just call it the Tricorn.
Yeah, we could just call it the Tricorn.
That's true too.
Actually, no, let's just keep it Tricorn Isles because that still works.
Okay.
Like, we're fine with like the layouts and everything we have now. We just need new names and cards. Well,
yeah.
Why did the cards come back? I turned those off.
Because they like us.
I must have hit a button.
So, Zorro, in terms of like character art, are we gonna go to maybe the thing where you just have the cards without images, and then eventually maybe
For
images
now, because we've had a lot of revamps, so I have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
And I just unpacked everything, so
That's
I'll be able
a
to
lot.
finally start getting into it once, probably next week when I don't have my daughter. So yeah, so if you got ideas, go ahead and shoot them my way.
I dropped an image just into.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just it gives
Here.
me a reference, and then I for some reason that's helpful for me. But of course the setting's wrong. But you know. But in terms of like our sort of what we're wearing, like explorers packs, et cetera, that kind of thing, will that just be, we just have what we need?
Yeah, like you have the basic stuff that would be in the gear that's given to you at character creation, and the only thing that technically has an upgrade at the moment is your weapon or your armor.
Okay, and what would we have on us for coin? Anything much, or standard amount?
I am figuring that out right now.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
I will send that to you guys off stream.
And what about healing and mana potions?
All of that will be provided
you'll
later.
let us
Yeah.
know. Okay, fair enough. And you probably want like the fine details and backstories before we
Yes.
play next time.
Yep.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
y'all have 2 weeks.
Homework.
2 weeks, and then we'll start it up.
I get to play another short character. They're fun. I've never actually played a halfling before, so I think would be fun to explore. Not terribly exciting, but I'll look at the subclasses.
There's like 8 sub races of halfling.
Yeah. Well, I think they're, like as I say, when we started Tricorn, I thought the Circle of Shepherd was the way to go, and then as we moved along, I was going, and the veil between us and the Fae is thin, and just different things I'm thinking, I should have picked, Whereas this gives me a chance to maybe try that other circle, which I think might be a good fit. And knowing more about the terrain and with the descriptions this evening, I think I can, get somebody who fits in there quite nicely. I hope. So when we would be hired for this task, job, whatever. I assume we hadn't met prior to that.
That's all up to you. Like, I
Okay.
am leaving this. This is also homework as a group discussion to figure out when your group came to be traveling with one another. If this was just a new thing, or if y'all had a chair. Sorry. It's just
What just happened?
he like put the camera down, got up and walked away, and like now there's just a chair.
Or maybe he got catapulted. We're not sure.
Okay then.
I don't have a chair emote in Twitch.
Sorry about that. I had to step aside for a sec.
All we saw was chair. We're like, why are we looking at a chair?
It's pretty cool. Actually, the way that went.
But yeah, so that is all up to you guys on how long you've been traveling with one another.
Okay.
So, at some point when we get these stories of what has happened to our previous characters, sort of the the end of their journeys, or the whatever you want to call it of their journeys, will we share that with the viewers at some point?
Yeah, at some point
Or-
we'll do like a little like reveal as to what happened to everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
See,
It's
Raven's
actually hard for
hugging
me.
all the books. I'll get them later.
Unfortunately, our cats do not transport books across the basement.
No, just parcels.
Maybe if I put it in a bag, Natural will drag it over.
Yeah, put it in a bag and then bring it over.
There you go.
It's
We
really
wish we were lying.
disconcerting when they actually do take parcels from where
Yeah,
you
she
leave
brought-
them.
She brought an Amazon bag all the way downstairs for us. It was this comes down, right? This is here?
Well, it was adorable because it was a pair of cat claw trimmers. I still can't figure out how they can carry something that's bigger than they are, though.
Effort.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go artificer, rogue, or barbarian. Like a melee of some kind. No idea. Gonna have to do a little bit of research because
Are artificers spellcasters or no?
they have
are-
spellcasting abilities.
Yeah, they're sort of a hybrid. They're magic and other things is like the only way I can describe them. They have the ability to like infuse items to make them magic items. Like, oh,
I always
here's-
remember.
here's this crappy
you-
burlap bag, now a bag holding.
I always remember your artificer disassembling the door lock.
Mhm. Forge.
That that was the coolest thing.
He's like, well, if I can't, open the door, I'm just gonna take the lock out of it.
Can't
Oh
be
god,
locked
I'm
if
gonna
there's
be the
no
character
lock.
that doesn't wear shoes this time.
There, I think Rosa's hit it on the head here. They're science clerics.
Yeah, they also
Yeah.
have, and I was literally just looking at it, the alchemist subclass,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, what do? I make bottles of strange substances.
And make people drink them.
And then you eat them. Oh, drink them. Yeah, no, totally that too.
I mean, but
Maybe
like,
they can
why?
make healing potions.
They
What?
can. Actually, that's one of the first things they do.
It's like, why choose anything when you can just be a battlesmith and have a free dog?
I noticed Zoro's eyes lit up when I said they could make healing potions. So.
Yeah, the problem is I think they
They're
have limited
temporary.
time.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
still,
like- It's
I
much
still
like the
have it.
Order of Scribe being able to make scrolls at the start of each day.
Yep.
It's a use it or lose it. But the problem is that scroll can be very terrifying. It's like, why do you just have that loaded?
Because I can.
Because somebody might need to die.
Here's the thing, though. Alchemist sounds cool, but it's not the alchemist I want it to be. It's not
No,
like
it's not.
it's not like I can build bombs or
It's not
It's
like-
not
it's
the
not-
running around in a plague doctor mask with
It's
goggles
not- it's
on,
not the
blowing
Pathfinder.
everything up.
yeah,
It's not the Pathfinder alchemist.
yeah, where I can
Pathfinder
make bombs
alchemists
and
are
stuff.
really cool.
Ooh, wonder if I can.
Pathfinder alchemists are just, what if MacGyver chose violence?
Pretty much.
Ooh, what if I homebrew something, Rojan? So I can make bombs.
That's just a path. Honestly, that is
Show me
legitimately
what
just
you
a path of.
got.
That is literally just a path of black powder cleric. They literally can imbue explosivity into anything and make it into a bomb.
Show me what you got, Zoro, and I'll look at it.
Okay. Where's the gunpowder cleric, just so I can see if it's what I have in mind. What book is it
Tome
from?
of Heroes.
It's from Tome of Heroes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Rojan. I will probably multi-class back into that regardless.
Swear to fuck.
No, you're not getting rid of the explosions that easily.
Fly Mighty, they're more like Ziggs from League of Legends. You just make and throw bombs.
Yeah. The Pathfinder alchemists are a whole nother level of in that general direction when it comes to attack. Why are you throwing multiple
Yeah.
bombs a turn? Yeah.
Yeah, we
Why not?
had a person who was playing an alchemist, a goblin alchemist in Pathfinder, and they're
Oh,
currently
that's right.
as an NPC. They started the Cantrell fan club. For the life of me, I can't think of their name.
Wasn't that a goblin?
Yeah, it was a goblin.
yeah. With a
Yeah.
skeletal
That's
arm.
amazing.
That's right. That's the one. Yeah, she's great. And she made the little signs with Cantrell spelt wrong, and it was adorable. Maybe Azrin will help me here because I'm struggling with names today.
You have a lot of thinking to do.
Same. I'm basically building something, and it's gonna be fun, but I gotta build it.
Will it have tentacles?
No,
It's
unfortunately. No, not this time. Just a good old beard. No tentacles.
See, what am I going to do with all my tentacle t-shirts now? My Kraken t-shirt. Oh.
Keep wearing them.
Absolutely, they're not worn out yet.
Somebody's gonna fall off a floating island into the water. We're gonna have to go there.
Oh, that would be horrible. So these floating islands, is there anything special about the gravity around these things that we should know about?
It
Or
goes
that you're
down.
not going to tell us? This is going to
That
be
is something you're going to have to learn on your
FAFO,
own.
isn't it?
Because it doesn't sound like any of y'all are from the floating island. Which is fine.
Well, Zora was pondering it there for a couple of minutes.
Rosa?
Well, I still don't know what I'm doing.
Rosa,
So-
I literally have the page with that subclass of fighter open sitting on my desk just because it's always tempting.
The Tiras class?
You get a shield.
The goblin in question is Yonk. Thank you, Azarin. And she had a British accent, and she was just adorable. Cutest character. A really lovable goblin.
All goblins are lovable.
Yeah, I take offense to that, if said otherwise.
And if they're not lovable, they're a great projectile. You just channel their anger elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. It was Yonk, by the way.
Yep.
Yes, Zoro or Azrin typed it in.
Yeah.
I'm thinking why, and I'm thinking, yeet. Nope. It's just not going to the right place here. Yeah.
Well,
But the nice thing is we still have her as an NPC, and she helps us out and does all sorts of wonderful things.
well, this might be a possibility. Now I just have to dig out a complete list of every animal under a certain CR. Cool.
Why? Are you playing a druid?
No, do you want to know exactly what I'm eyeballing here?
Oh no.
Oh god.
Out of Tome of Heroes, the Beast Trainer Ranger subclass.
Oh my god, you're a
Oh.
fucking Pokemon trainer.
Hey, I'm more catch all the spells, you catch all the Pokemon.
Don't you mean Pal World?
No, I mean Pokemon.
Thank you, Rojan. Thank you.
Oh.
Hey, I love Pal World, but no. This is a full-on Pokemon thing.
Yeah, basically, where is it? Starting at level 3, you get a beast that is CR 1/4 or lower, and you can have a number of beasts equal to half your level. What is it? Half your level in CR total?
Yeah, you're literally a Pokemon trainer.
Yep.
So for the spellcasters among us, if you go to the cogwheel on your character sheet, on the right-hand side in the general options box, down at the bottom of that, you can change spell points from off to on, and it will
Okay.
change
that's
the
perfect.
spells tab of your sheet, and it will show for each spell level on the left-hand side how many points it takes to cast one of those spells.
Okay, Fox,
That's
back
awesome.
up again. So the cogwheel I'm looking for is where? Which one?
Top right,
Top right, beside the
character sheet.
level?
beside spells.
Beside spells. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
The only reason it's hilarious to me is because even if I go down for any reason, any party member can control the animals in my stead.
God.
You don't get rid of the ranger to solve the problem.
Okay, you're gonna have to walk me through this a bit further then.
So when you're on the cog tab,
Right, uh-huh.
the large box on the right-hand side is your general options. At
No,
the very
it's
top
not.
of
No,
that,
it's not. That's the problem.
you must
So
be in the wrong
I hit the
spot.
cog wheel beside spells, and
Yeah.
it turned red.
Yes.
So you've got,
Okay.
you should now have like a bunch of different boxes on your screen there with
I
a bunch
certainly do.
of
Yeah,
options.
the,
And
the
Oh,
far right
spell
one.
points on.
yes, yeah, set spell points to on.
Okay.
And then now on your spells tab, where it has the breakdown of all your spell levels, you'll see right next to the spell level is a spell points box.
Got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That tells you how many points it takes to cast one of those spells.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, got that. And perfect. Thank you. So, Rojan, do you, in terms of a creature type, do you count a halfling as a small creature then?
Medium.
A medium
Yeah,
creature?
halflings are medium.
Question.
Mhm.
Just because of an idea I have. Is there snow
Yes.
in any of these regions? As
There
far as, like,
i- there
a snow
is-
cap area or a snowy area?
There is a snowy region in the Cerulean Kingdom as well as in the mountains of the Twin Vale.
Oh. Okay. Good to know.
Oh, halflings get to be 4 feet tall. Now we're getting into sort of my height range here.
Gnomes are smaller. Gnomes
Yeah.
are like 3 foot something.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
gnomes
Gnomes are
and
smaller
dwarves
than
are
halflings.
Okay. but like D&D halflings are not necessarily the sort of the same build look as Tolkien's halflings, right?
They're technically hobbits.
They're technically hobbits. They just had
Technically
to.
hobbits, but
Yeah.
But
They're
depending what variety
they're called
they are,
halflings.
you can go any direction with them.
They don't have to have the hairy feet.
okay, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They basically
They're-
are like
would be-
tiny people,
all right. So tiny people.
like in the
okay.
movies. Like in the
They're
movies, that's pretty much what they look like.
they're super diverse in terms of what your options are, though.
I always
Have you
felt
seen the
that,
D&D movie?
which one?
She's seen many of them.
Honor
Yeah,
Among
the
Thieves.
I
reason- the Chris-
probably
the
I've
Chris
seen
Pine
some
one.
accidentally. That
Yeah, Honor Among Thieves.
Because that was a halfling that
I thought he was a gnome.
Is he a gnome?
Yeah, he's a gnome.
He's a gnome. Is he?
Yeah.
A gnome? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that's why like Bradley Cooper's so short in the movie is because he's a gnome. He's not a halfling.
He's a gnome.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, no, I was watching all the, due to a miscommunication, we ended up watching the original set of D&D movies. Going
The
like,
original or the
well, the ones with the guy with the terrible lipstick.
Oh,
Everybody knows. which
the
one.
one where you watch Jeremy Irons just ham it up the entire time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that
Yeah.
one.
No, he's a halfling.
Is he?
Yes, he's a halfling.
No, that can't.
I just looked it up. He's a halfling.
He looked like the way that they make him look in the movie. He looks like a gnome.
Yeah, so his ears, so gnome ears are usually like, how do I describe it? Gnome ears tend to be a little big, while halflings are more, they're slightly pointed, ever so slightly.
they're like small elves.
Yeah, with the stubby pointed ears.
I think of Dobby's ears when I think of gnomes, but less flappy.
Yeah. I think my
Less
character
elephant.
art for
Yeah.
Pearl had the
More
gnome
elf.
ears right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a halfling.
Okay.
A cat is sitting over here, sitting behind me, chirping at me, standing on my dresser, right above the drawer where I keep the cat treats, just like looking at me and chirping.
Excuse me, human, it's treat time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're saying, Rojan, that all player classes are medium. So when I was playing Pearl, she was technically medium then?
Yes.
Even though she was only 2 feet? So,
Well-
and you're?
No, see, there's a technically, meaning meaning Wizards and Hasbro made all player races medium. That is a no for me. Gnomes, goblins, they're small. Pixies,
And
pixies, if you play a pixie character, you are not a medium
They're
character.
small.
I don't care what anybody says, you are small.
Well, with the
Snowdrop's medium.
Mordekins thing,
and
Snowdrop's
Muir
pretty
would have
small.
been small.
Snowdrop
too,
isn't
right?
a real pixie.
Don't tell her
Snowdrop
that.
is brain damaged on the best of days.
Don't tell her that. I won't believe you. Yeah, that's right. Pixie is actually tiny.
True.
So, Rojan,
Yes.
I have a silly question.
I love silly questions.
What's your ruling on throwing other creatures?
Oh,
We like to
If-
do that around here.
Have you seen what happens when the group runs into a giant and when they throw someone at Raven?
So the reason
Or
I'm
Raven's being
saying
thrown.
the reason I'm saying that is because Duergar Rune Knight has the capacity to get their asses to huge
Mhm.
already by this level. So
Mhm.
what would be your ruling on throwing things?
It's a grapple check and then a ranged attack.
Okay. Very good. And
Or it-
thrown weapon proficiency would apply to this?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, do you run grapple checks off of strength or athletics?
Depending on how you're grappling.
Gotcha.
If you are attempting to if you yourself are attempting to grapple something, it is based off of athletics. If at any point in time it becomes a contest, you can base it off your strength or your athletics. You can choose either or.
Gotcha. I like where this is headed.
What I heard there is make sure you have a good athletics score.
That is already in the works, don't worry.
So, the question is, how far can you shot put a goblin?
Whoa.
With so,
Depends
wait,
on
wait,
what the strength score is. Because
That's
if
fair.
you're going to be yeeting people, you're going to need to have a decent strength score.
I mean, I
Oh.
did yeet.
the strength score is 19 right now.
Oh yeah, you have no problem being that. I'll say with a 19 strength, you can yeet somebody probably about 20 feet in your huge
Now.
mode.
That's not accounting for downhill.
No, that's not accounting for downhill. I mean, if there's a downhill incline or anything like that, then we're gonna have to put a bit of physics into it and everything. But yeah, we'll figure out.
Or good wind behind you.
Yeah. Are they wearing
So-
baggy clothing? Maybe they're gonna sail a little bit more.
If I say would take tavern brawler on top of that, would I treat the other person as an improvised weapon?
Well, you are picking them up and throwing them at somebody else. So yes, they are an improvised weapon.
Okay. We're cooking.
Does it matter if they're a willing creature?
No.
No.
Just asking.
No,
That's
you
Now-
what
fail
grapple
the
check is
athletics.
for.
Now,
That's what the
Roja,
grapple
this,
check is for.
Roja, this is where it gets a little bit silly. Say I multi-class into the explosive cleric. If I make a blessing on an ally or an enemy and then throw them, would they have the
You
explosive
cannot.
property?
You cannot, because they are not. Even though you
Yeah, they're
are
organic. I get
technically
it.
using them as an improvised weapon, they are not a weapon.
Got you. You are drawing the line at that. Got you. Makes sense. Okay.
Unless they're dead.
Unless they're dead. You are 100% correct. A
The
dead
moment
body,
they're dead, they no
a
longer
dead
have
body is considered an item.
So what about an undead body?
No, because they are still technically
Because it's
alive.
animated. Got it.
The
All right,
moment the
makes sense.
life force
Are they,
leaves the
though?
body, they're considered not to have a will of any
Yep.
breed.
Got you. It basically has to be ragdolled. Got it. Okay. I have a few ideas of how I'm going to be cooking. It's going to be funny. We're going to have
Now,
good
see,
time.
you just gave me an idea for a new giant who is a gunpowder cleric, who just has like a small little like hip satchel full of corpses that they just pick up, they charge, and just throw at people.
Why not?
Basically what I'm doing minus the corpses. I mean, we could always make the corpses first, but yes, basically what I'm building.
Am I gonna have bears thrown at me again?
No,
you're gonna have whatever the
exploding
hell we get our
bears.
hands on.
Yeah, you're gonna have exploding
maybe.
bears.
Here's
Maybe.
here's the funny thing too. I'm realizing now. We're eventually gonna pick up that draconic rune casting thing.
Okay.
I might be able to like do reduce and large on something else too as a result of that, which means at that point I could technically take a dead body, make it small, keep it in a bag or backpack like you said, and then when it's time to fight, release that, enlarge myself, pick up the dead body, make it explosive, and throw it at people. We could actually make that happen in this campaign, Rojan, if you want.
That sounds like if you want.
It's doable if I want to. If you want us to go that far, Rojan, it's doable.
That sounds like a lot of steps just to make a corpse explode. When
Look,
all you
I'm
really
gonna-
have to do is strap a couple explosives to it and just
Seriously.
throw it.
True. But let's be real, Rojan. We don't play this to be min-maxing. We're playing this right now to be silly and have fun. And
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Oh God.
Does
So,
this
you
seem like a
know-
good idea? Yes. Cool.
that's pretty much it. It's about flair and flavor, sir. It's not about efficiency.
God.
If I wanted to make an efficient character, I'd play a level 20 wizard. But no, this is not about efficiency.
Hey! You can play a little 20, and you'd still be inefficient.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All I know is I'm doing melee of some sort. Don't know what it is. I have a few ideas, so we'll see what happens. I got that. That's all I got.
Does anybody have any other questions they need answered right at the moment?
Not.
No.
You're gonna get back to us about sort of extras, but I assume like we can pick an explorer's pack and what about yeah, just real quick here. Tool proficiencies and so on. Are we allowed to have sets of tools, and how many?
If your the background that you select from the book gives you a tool proficiency, or if your class gives you a tool proficiency, you have those.
Okay.
I guess I'll ask more questions once you determine like cities and stuff like that.
I'll at least get the rough draft out as soon as possible so you guys can start figuring out where you all are at, because I've got to draw 2 maps. I've got to draw the map for the Cerulean area, and I need the Twin Veil as well.
Oh my.
All right. But if that is all, we can go ahead and call it early for tonight, as everyone now has homework to do. Get your stats to Zorro. Talk to each other about how you want your characters to have come across to one another. Get those backgrounds out to me and everything. And when we come back on the 18th, we will start the inaugural session for this new group. Already having enemies and influential devils already gunning for them.
One
Average
other
day at the office.
quick question. In the town, or where our starting point, would there be an adventurers guild there?
Oh, most definitely. I am
Okay.
I am throwing, like, pretty much where are you starting? I'm going to throw the generic central hub experience into the town layout. You're going to have the adventurers guild and everything like that. So
Could have seen the notice for, adventurer group asked to do such and such a job, looking for such and such, and you would see that posted in the Adventurers Guild.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So if that is all, we are going to go ahead and call it here for tonight. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show we do. Upcoming on this Saturday is another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is a Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign run by Azarin, followed by another episode of, I almost said Withered Lore. Wow. Behold Lore, which is our once a month lore show, which, did we decide on what topic we're going to be talking about?
I put a couple ideas out there. I'm good with all of them.
We've narrowed it down.
I also put an idea out about talking about what's happening here with the Tricorn as well. We'll figure something out soon and put that information out to you guys so you can get your questions into us. Then on Monday, we, if all goes according to plan, everyone's well and everything like that, we will be back with another episode of Destiny Forged, which is a 5th edition game that I run. And then on Tuesday, we will have another episode of Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that Tiltbot runs. And then coming back on Thursday will not be us, as we alternate Thursdays. So next week will be our other show of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a 5th edition Mass Effect game run by Zorro. And then to close out the next week will be another episode of Withered Wastes, which is another game that I run with probably the thirstiest characters in all of existence.
You did this to
And
us.
only episode 2.
And only in episode 2. This is going to be horrible.
Oh god.
We're gonna have a boy in every town.
Yeah, we're gonna get a harem.
Yep.
I can't make the villain hot because then you guys are just going to switch sides.
Yeah.
I knew I'd pick Bard
Again,
for a
it's not
reason.
about how they look; it's about how you play them. So good
I
luck
think
with
it's
that.
a little bit
God
column
damn
A,
it.
column B for me, but
True.
yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna head on out here. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, and we will catch you on Saturday.
I'm waiting.